Joel Embiid, the reigning MVP, is obviously steering clear of matchups with his rival Nikola Jokic. The Sixers are visiting the Denver Nuggets, and Embiid is not listed? I mean, his last appearance at Ball Arena when he faced the Denver Nuggets was back in 2019. What's up with that? In this video, let's explore the controversy around potential gamesmanship or injury management strategies that may be influencing Embiid's absences. Let's hear some rumors and let's hear some facts to determine if there's substance to these speculations. Watch till the end too to see what Embiid himself thinks about the situation. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so why is the 76ers big man avoiding the matchup with the Joker, the Denver Nuggets superstar who won the MVP twice before Embiid? It definitely feels like he knows that there's another MVP at the other end of the stage. Some speculate that Embiid wants to avoid direct comparison, especially on Jokic's home court, where the crowd support might give the Nuggets star an edge. At home, Jokic could potentially overshadow Embiid performance-wise. But hey, can you blame him? I mean, facing off against Jokic is like going into a karaoke battle with Beyonce. You know you're good, but you also know who's really gonna steal the show. At the same time, if Embiid is really confident in his own skills and really wants that MVP title, wouldn't he want to prove himself directly against Jokic? Stepping up to those big games can define a player's legacy. Avoiding them, on the other hand, can lead to questions about a player's competitiveness and heart. Or is it just that he wants his own home crowd to lift him up during such high-stakes games? It's no secret that playing at home can be a serious advantage, and the energy from the home fans can be incredibly motivating. Rumor has it, Embiid's thinking, I've got MVP ambitions, but I don't need the mile-high city turning into a mountain of comparison. It's like he's saying, I'll take on Jokic any day, just not on his home turf. I need the crowd to chant MVP for me, not Jokic. Another side to the coin could be that it's more about long-term strategy and preserving Embiid for the playoffs. Injuries have dogged him throughout his career, and the Sixers might be prioritizing his health over regular season showdowns. The coaching staff and management may be executing a strategy that just saves Embiid's best moments for when it really counts. It's a high-stakes chess match after all, you know what I mean? And perhaps they believe the playoffs are the true battleground. They'd rather have a healthy and rested Embiid when the games have higher stakes and the pressure is really on. That way, Embiid can lead the team when the victories are most crucial and when every play can lead to a ring. But you know, such a strategy has already been implemented last season, and what it did was stir quite a debate about whether it's fair for fans and the sport. Some fans feel cheated out of seeing their favorite players go head-to-head, while others argue that the end justifies the means, especially if it results in a championship. The concept of load management itself isn't new, but its application in cases like Embiid's is always going to spark discussion. It even sparked hate from certain quarters, with some accusing players of not caring enough about the regular season. An MVP is ducking another MVP? Embiid's critics suggest that not showing up for these big matchups undermines the competitive spirit of the game. It's not just a matter of preserving energy for the playoffs, it's about the message it sends to the league and the fans. Last season, when Embiid sat out the showdown, many argued that he missed an opportunity to increase his standing in MVP talks. Critics point out that the greats of the greats always rose to the occasion against their rivals. They add that marquee matchups like Embiid versus Jokic are what fans look forward to all season. On the flip side, yeah, Embiid supporters contend that his overall health and peak performance in crucial games outweigh these individual events. For players themselves, the best of them usually point out that winning the title is the most important and that individual accolades, MVP battles, and head-to-head matchups, while significant, are secondary in that context. True greatness, they argue, is judged not on isolated contests, but on sustained excellence and the ultimate achievement of team success. After all, individual accolades are soon forgotten, if not accompanied by the ultimate team accolade, a championship ring. Hence, Embiid's strategy, or that of the 76ers, may be focused less on avoiding Jokic and more on the bigger picture, chasing that elusive NBA title. But what's going on in players' heads is often hard to grasp from the outside. Athletes like Embiid are highly impacted by outside comments too. For instance, when Shaq and Charles Barkley criticized him on Inside the NBA for not being dominant enough, Embiid took it to heart. We're telling you, you can be great. You ain't playing hard enough. Shaq said. 22 ain't enough for you to get to the next level. Do you want to be great or do you want to be good? If you want to be good, keep doing 22 points. You want to be great? Give me 28. Give me 30. You want to be great? Watch Giannis. He wants to be great. After hearing that, Embiid went off for 38 points in one of the next games, showing that motivation can come from unexpected places. It goes to show how dynamic the psyche of an athlete can be and how external pressure or comments can light a fire under a player, pushing them to excel. It goes to show that individual performance milestones are part of the growth process too. Embiid's recent performance when he channeled his inner Mamba and racked up 70 points on the 18th anniversary of Kobe Bryant's 81-point game is a testament to his drive and capacity for greatness. That night, he didn't just play, he embodied the legacy of one of the game's most relentless competitors. So of course these personal achievements matter. They're not just numbers on a stat sheet, they're symbols of Embiid's relentless pursuit of perfection. But it's that balance between individual accolades and team success that really defines a player's legacy, right? It's like, if you don't find that sweet spot, you end up being like the guy with all the high scores in Guitar Hero, but can't play a single chord on a regular guitar. I mean, sure, you can hit those buttons like a maestro, but when it comes to the real game, you're playing a solo in a team band. Let's hear from the big fella himself though. When asked by Keith Pompey of the Philadelphia Inquirer about their feud with Jokic, Embiid just downplayed the rivalry. It's a matchup between Philly and Denver, he said. I know everyone keeps trying to make it personal, but I have nothing against Denver or Nikola. I've said it time and time, he's the best player in the league. I respect everything he's accomplished. Embiid also mentioned to USA Today that it's funny because, Twitter, they have a war going on between Philly fans and Denver fans. And it's funny because both of us are just like, who cares? We just want to play basketball and win some games. This clearly shows that both Embiid and Jokic are focusing on the larger goal. They're not putting personal vendettas over team success. Their priorities reflect a maturity that values the ultimate goal of winning championships over individual bragging rights. Critics and fans may sensationalize their encounters, but at the end of the day, these athletes understand that the only battle worth winning is the one that ends with a victory for their team and the satisfaction of achieving collective excellence. So, what do you think? Is Embiid playing chess and not checkers? And is he actually avoiding Jokic for tactical reasons? Or is his focus really on the long-term objective of elevating his team to a championship level? What are your predictions for their next matchup? Hopefully Embiid can be back healthy. Let me know in the comments. And remember, whether you're Team Embiid or Team Jokic, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Hezi Row. So don't miss out on our next videos. We've got some cool stuff coming up.